outside. Hello.
It's still hot though.
Oh, okay. Then just wait. Okay, I can't decide what green to use. I can go with the lighter one. Okay. Okay, so today we're gonna do these ones. I'm just finding the color for the winter. So we're gonna start with the lighter ones first. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late, so I'm still getting stuff set up. Okay. So if you're doing the Christmas one, the color I have picked is 503, which is the lighter of the two greens, like the what's the color? Like a forest green, but the lighter one. And then if you're doing the winter one, I have 03 picked for that. Okay. So let's zoom in here. I need to move this closer to me. Okay, so we're gonna do this one here. So some of these are bigger, like this one. We're gonna do this one tomorrow. So we're just gonna do these little ones. So I'll show you on the pattern after I show you how to do this. I'll show you the other ones to do. All right. Pull some thread out here. Oops. Oh, I've got a little bit of a knot. Okay. So these are a little bit daintier. I'm gonna go with 4 strands instead of 6. So if you just pull this apart a little bit and grab 2, if you go slow enough, these will just unwind. But I usually put them in my hand like this and then just run my finger down to untwist them. And then like untwist this until I get to the bottom. You can also, oops, I let that go.
No, oh,
Okay, buddy. You can also pull 1 strand out at a time. But I like to do them however many I'm pulling out. So I've got my 4 here. And then, okay, hop up. If you run out of this piece, then your 2, you can just put in your needle and then fold over and tie it at the end. So then you have 4 again. Okay. So first we're gonna do a back stitch for the stem, and then we'll go back and do the leaves. You can do them all at once, but I prefer to do it like this. So that's what I'm going to teach you. Okay, so we're going to go up here at the end. Hold on, I've already got a knot. Great way to start the day. Okay. So we're going to start at the top, and we're just going to do a back stitch. So just from the top to where our leaves are going to go, we're just going to do one stitch for each section. So a back stitch is, we're to here now, so we're going to come up here and stitch it backwards, which is why it's called a back stitch. And then you just keep going along like that. So we're going to come down here. And back stitch. And then I think I just got sick of drawing these little leaves when I was transferring my pattern. So I have like this big gap right here, which I don't want between my leaves. So I'm just trying to keep these little segments the same. Okay. And then I'm going to put leaves right here. So I don't want to end here. So because I went from here to here, I can put my needle in here and go to the bottom, and then I can go back up here to do the leaves. Hey, Lisa. Okay, so then we don't run into any problems. So I always like to start at the top and work my way down for the stem, because then when I do my leaves, I can do one here, and then go here. Because if I'm going backwards, then I go here, here, and then I have to bring my needle clear down here. So if you work your leaves back up, then you save a little bit of thread. I don't know if you care about that. Okay, so what we're going to do for our lazy daisy stitches, or detached chain stitch, is we're going to go up in this same hole where there's a break in our stem. We're going to go up and down in that same hole, and then hang on to your thread so it has a loop like this. Oh, I guess I might not be able to watch. My Insta keeps freezing. Oh, so annoying. Okay, so we have our loop, and then we're gonna go up inside of our loop. And pull that snug. If you pull it too tight, then it doesn't create like a loop, it creates more of like an open line. So just pull it so it's like snug but not tight. And then your needle's gonna go down on the other side of this loop, so it just tacks that down. There we go, we have our first little leaf. So we're gonna go and do the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna go up in that same hole, down in that same hole, keep our loop open. Our needle comes up in the loop, pull that snug, and then down on the other side of the loop. And we've got our little leaves. So we're gonna keep doing that all the way up the stem. And we're just gonna use this as our guide. All of these little breaks in our stem are gonna be where we're gonna put our leaves. So sometimes I also, if I want my needle in an exact spot, then I hold my loop out of the way, put my needle up a little bit, and then flip my loop over top of it. Which I think I actually do more often than not. So whichever way feels more comfortable to you, it's not going to make a difference in how it looks. I stayed up late last night and got all my leaves stitched on this and the winter one, so I would be ready for today. I'm trying really hard not to get behind on one or the other. Whoop. Sometimes this will start to twist. So just untwist it before you put it over top of your needle. If your needle starts to twist a lot, you can just let it hang from, like, just pull your embroidery hoop up and just let it untwist. And then you can use that again. What's up, buddy? You can talk normal. I can't hear your whispers. What's up? Yeah. We can go outside as soon as I'm done with this, okay? Okay. Are you all done eating? Okay, go get some wipes and wipe your fingers. We have an extra friend on Wednesdays. And we're having a snack. And we want to go outside. So now you're ahead of me. Overarching, I love it. I know, I stayed up late last night. I just was feeling overwhelmed about getting it done. So with this kind of a stem, you can do these closer together. You can do them further apart. Like, they fit really nicely as like a filler for space. And they're just really simple. So I feel like they really complement like anything you're doing. You can also go back. Well, I'll show you once we get to the end. All clean? Okay, put that in the garbage. Oh, see? That one was twisted when I put it on the loop. That's okay. I'm going to leave it. All right. Now we started here. So when we go up in this hole, we just need to remember that there's a knot right there. So I like to, on the bottom, just like hold it out of the way so that I can go up in that same hole, but my needle doesn't get stuck on that knot. And that knot's still there. So when you go back down, keep that in mind as well. But then we'll just do that one more right on top. And that is our completed leaf, or whatever you want to call that. So you can also, if you want these filled in a little bit, you can go in and just like from the bottom or from the top, just go ahead and just do like a single stitch on the inside of it. Like that, it'll just like fill it up. I like, because these other leaves are so heavy, they're just so heavily stitched, I really like the negative space that this creates. So I'm not gonna do that on mine, but you can if you like that look, or if you're just wanting to do something different. That is an option. So you could go in with the darker color and fill that in so that they have like a little bit of depth. Or just do it the same color. Or if you have another color lighter than this, I think 504 is one shade lighter. So if you have that on hand, like you could go in and fill that in with a little bit lighter. But anyways, okay, so let me zoom out. So these lighter ones are all going to be the ones that are the smaller leaves. So they're kind of hard to tell, but we've got one here below the train, and then we've got one here above the train, and then this one, the one next to it will be the darker one, but this little one on the end. And then we've got one here and one here just on the outside by the star. This one in the middle will be the darker one. And this one coming out of the star. And that's it. So I will post to my stories. I'll post a picture and point out the ones that are meant to be lighter and what ones are meant to be darker. So you have, because I think there's one covered up here as well by these leaves. So I will post a picture of the ones to complete today. Oh yeah, you can put that in the garbage, buddy. Those ones to complete for today. So yes. Let me just zoom in on this one more time. You can do this with all 6 strands. You can do it with 3. I like to do 4 is kind of my go-to with these because I like that it's still full, but it's not super chunky, which the 6 strands makes it really chunky, which is fine. I like these a little bit daintier personally. So, that is it for me today. We're going to do these other ones tomorrow. Yeah, that goes on my desk. You can put it on my desk. Thank you. He's finding all kinds of things that need to be cleaned up. But anyways, so we'll do these darker ones tomorrow. And then on Friday, we'll do these little sprigs around the edges of those. So, let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to share your progress and tag me so we can see what's going on. Thanks for coming today, and I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. See ya.